forthwith.
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Paseta Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Customs and Excise Tobacco Products Budget Measures Amendment Bill be now read for a third time. Mr. Speaker, it's been a pleasure to be in this House leading the debate on this particular bill, and I do welcome the support from across the chamber. I think most members here agree that this bill will have an impact, a positive impact on our people, particularly I want to say our Māori people and our Pacific people whose smoking rates continue to be high. And another at-risk group, of course, is pregnant women. And so this bill is but one measure, one step along the way towards the ultimate goal of a smoke-free New Zealand. So I want to particularly thank the Māori Party, and I want to acknowledge the former Minister Tariana Turia, who I think many would acknowledge has led the charge in this area, not just around the increases in taxation, 10% year on year for the last 6 years, but also want to acknowledge Marama and E Tūroro Flavel and their acknowledgement that this must continue, not just here today, but into the future. I also want to acknowledge members opposite to also the Labour Deputy Leader, as well as Louisa Wall, whom I've had many interactions with on tobacco control, and the passion, certainly, and the vigour that they have brought to this debate. I think, this is one of those bills where we can, despite some of the rhetoric I think that's gone on in the House this morning, I think we can agree that this bill will make a difference to all New Zealanders. I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that it is about price increases, tax increases, and there's part of me actually that ideologically that looks at a bill that increases taxes and thinks, well, I believe in less government, lower taxes, but I know that when it comes to smoking and tobacco control, that taxation makes a difference along with a whole range of other measures, sir. And we know that the damage that tobacco does in this country, the 4,500 to 5,000 people that prematurely die in this country, and I want to reiterate what I said in the first speech. This is still the biggest health problem in this country. It is. It is. And that's why this measure, along with other measures that this government has done, I might add, to promote smoking cessation in this country is particularly, we've got to be particularly grateful for. Sir, I also want to acknowledge the officials who have assisted with this, as well as other tobacco control measures. I want to acknowledge our government and the leadership of John Key in promoting this as a sensible, I think, measure. And we will, it will be one of the legacy, the legacy policies that this government will leave behind. We know that the costs of smoking are immense, the personal cost to the person that smokes, but also the whānau cost, the community costs of people who are sick, become sick, die, but also the relationships that are affected by tobacco and the like. So I just want to say that, I welcome the support around this House. I believe that we are doing the right thing here today by New Zealanders. I know that this will make a difference to the health of New Zealanders, and that is why I commend this bill to the House.
The question is that the